Well, hello, everybody. It's great to be back in Austin. I'm glad I'm this week. Instead, we would have probably canceled the show. So it is really nice. I can't wait till I actually can be there again live, but virtual will have to do. I want to thank Charlie Stewart and Joel McCoy and New World Deli. I've got a lot of new songs and a lot of new stories for you. So thanks for listening. This is one off of my last album. It was co-written with Terry Klein about a journey I took a long time ago. A lot of these songs are coming from the past. You'll hear today. Two Bengal tigers on the loose along the Great Divide, 'cause that circus train had derailed. A ranger's knocking on the glass, says it's time to move along, 'cause those tigers haven't eaten since before Carbondale. 3-day drive from New Jersey, two lost souls finding our way. And we'll make Huachuca by the morning. Oh, we'll make Huachuca come what may. Desert flowers all in bloom, 13th day of June, all yellow, all yellow. Four corners, 2 o'clock, quarter tank of gas and fill it up in Tuba City. 400 miles to go. We'll park the car near the border. $500 cash is all he said. And no questions that we asked would be answered. And we'll hop that next Greyhound headed west. Oh, we'll hop that next Greyhound headed west. Headed west. 3-day drive from New Jersey, and two lost souls finding our way. We'll make Huachuca by the morning. We'll make Huachuca come what may. Come what may. And I never found out if they actually caught those tigers or whether they just went off into the distance and never heard from before. So I love traveling, and I can't wait to get, as Willie says, to get back on the road again. So this new song, some of you might have heard it a little bit. Sorry about that. Tools are only as good as the person using them. So here we go. Yep, that's it. It's called Crooked Highway. And I was taking a trip. I was coming back to Portland. after being down at Kerrville and have some shows in New Mexico and headed to a house concert in Salt Lake, thanks to Chris. Well, I always have problems driving through Utah for whatever reason. So I turned left when I should have turned right. And I ended up with this wonderful drive through the desert and mountains and canyons of Utah. It added about 2.5 hours to the show, to the drive. But it was beautiful. I think I counted 3 cars and 4 dozen sheep, excuse me. I am going down this crooked highway. I'll say hello to the ravens and the bones, 'cause they've been there since the water's been flowing, cutting that canyon right from the stone. Now I'll follow that river, I'll follow the road, I'll slide along the gravel till I come to a home. Stained glass windows, empty flagpole, 6 handmade crosses all alone. And I've been down this crooked highway. I have been to the edge of the earth, and I have seen the world of darkness more than anyone could ever see. And you once loved me through all those trials. You once loved me, we shared a child. You once loved me, and I miss that smile. And I've been down this crooked highway. I have been to the edge of the earth, and I have been and seen the darkness, and I know I'm not going back again. You told me stories, I sung you songs. You painted pictures of all the waterfalls. I forgot the truth, it all went wrong. You left me standing at our Wailing Wall. And I've been down, but I'm not broken. I've been down, words not be spoken. I've been down, but I'm not broken. And I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. I'm coming home to you. That's Crooked Highway. It was a gorgeous ride.
Hey, Carl,
Hey, what?
go to the Cam Mic tab on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
Click on that. Go to audio.
Okay.
And is echo cancellation checked?
No, I'll double check.
It should not be checked.
Let me go to audio. Audio cancellation is not checked. I have an automatic adjust on my mic.
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. It shows automatic adjust on the mic.
Okay, well, that's good. You're breaking up, though. It's coming through a little hot.
Huh. Okay.
So take off echo cancellation.
It's already off. It's not checked.
All right, well, maybe put it on. Let's try that.
Okay, it's not on.
Okay.
Should I hit stereo audio?
No, I don't think so. Try
Any better?
take off the automatic adjustment.
Okay, I know what I need there, sorry. We're good to go again?
I put it back on.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
okay. We ready? Close the screen. Technology, we keep learning all of this
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't know what changed between our mic check and this.
Okay. I'm not sure myself, so.
Okay.
Well, hello again, and we're just trying to make it as pleasant as possible to listen to. I'm Carl Solomon, and I've got these new ones for you. The next one is a song I wrote for my grandfather. He was the man in my life. My mom had misfortunes and was widowed twice, and she never tried the third time. So Grandpa was there. I lived with him his whole life, at least with me anyway, because I'm not wasn't as old as him. So I wrote this for my grandfather because he was always there. It's called Look West. My grandfather held me in his arms on the day that would be his last. He asked about my future, he told me of the past. It is time for me to leave, I got nothing left to fear. He closed his eyes, took my hand, then whispered in my ear, look west, my son, look west, my son. See what you will find and leave this old world behind. His mother called him to her on the day he turned 13. It is time for you to leave, this place is not your land. The Tsar will never take my son off to war to die. She kissed him on the top of his head. Oh, you are a man, you are a man. Look west, my son, look west, my son. See what you will find and leave your old world behind. Long as I remember, he was always there, smoking that big cigar, being so straight and fair, telling stories, teaching what was real. He taught me what mattered for all of those years. So look west, my son, look west, my son. See what you would do and leave your old world behind. Now it's early Sunday morning. There's a moon still in the sky. I was loading up my pickup truck, trying not to cry. Mom was on the driveway, little brother standing near. I call you when I get there, I felt that whisper in my ear. Look west, my son, look west, my son, see what you can do and leave your old world behind. And leave your old world behind. Thank you, Grandpa. Grandpa Morris. So, the pandemic's been pretty good for someone who is someone who has tolerated it. This is a song I wrote with a friend, Heather Mache, about living under these conditions. It's called Introvert's Dream. Or it could have been called Extrovert's Scream. Is this another morning? Is this the same yesterday? I did not hear any warnings, and deja vu is now all they say. I don't mind, it's really quite fine. Life is never what it seems in this introvert's dream. I have faith in the facts of science, and I have comfort in my compliance, and I will stay in the garden, just me, oh, and my darling. I don't mind, it's really quite fine. Life is never what it seems in this introvert's dream. Extroverts are crying over no socializing. They don't understand how to live in this introvert land. Sometimes I forget beginnings from ends. I will not forget everything was said, and I will remember my old friends. I will remember all of my friends, and I don't mind, it's really quite fine. Life is never what it seems in this introvert's dream. In this introvert's dream. Yeah. It's been a different year. Actually, today is the anniversary. Well, last year, this Sunday, was leap year. And this year, there is no leap year. So that was the last live show I did with friends at Artichoke Music. And it was a great time. This is one of the new ones. And it's actually the newest of the new ones. It's a story about looking for something and hoping you can find it and making relationships. Actually, it's not as heavy as that sound says. It started one late night when I was driving across country. It's called Singing with a Ghost. Phoebe was a Waffle House waitress. Sam was looking for breakfast and a beer. He heard her singing to the jukebox like she's famous. You could have heard a pin drop. Could have heard a pin drop on the floor. Sam loved old blues and country. Phoebe thinks it's a dream come true. He picked up his guitar, she sang crazy. Could have heard a pin drop. Could have heard a pin drop on the floor. They were coming home, it'd been a good night. Freightliner rolled right through their headlights, sounding like a broken track on a train. Sam reached for her hand, it all went black. Phoebe loved their magic. Oh, how she misses him the most. The wind has scattered Sam's ashes, and she's still there, singing with his ghost. She's still there, singing with his ghost. It was the last song of the evening. Everybody was calling out for more. Phoebe turned and stepped back to the microphone. Could have heard a pin drop. Could have heard a pin drop. Could have heard a pin drop on the floor. Could have heard a pin drop on the floor. The story of Phoebe and Sam. Waffle houses were one of the places I would like to stop late at night on the road, on the interstate and stuff. So I heard a little bit of their conversation, and she was singing, kind of along with the jukebox. So I put all that together. Well, this is a song that got its birth in West Texas a few years ago, and I pulled it out. It was a group, right, with a few other crows surrounded by a group of crows. So I looked at it and made a few changes. It's called Only the Moon. And thanks to the crows and Johann. I took 8 steps to the bottom of the cave. I heard you calling out my name. I saw you hide the hand of goodness. So I sing this sacred song to save. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. Your words burn in my mind. Our ghosts of midnight I still find. Those gilded voices, how they cry, with a twist and a turn of the rhyme. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. I reached the ancient well. I drank from the fires of hell. Strangely in that black and white, I found the stories of my life. I found the stories of my life. The truth, it waits to be told. No longer haunting my soul. Oh, the future is still unfolding as it will. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows. Only the moon knows which way the tides they go. Which way the tides they go. Thanks. It's really nice to get to play these. It's for people listening. It's been like I said, an interesting year. There we go. So somebody emailed me and said that they had to hear the Crows song. So it's not a new one, but many of you have heard it. And if you have not collected one of my stickers, send me your address, and I won't send you. I'll just put that in an envelope and send it to you. My goal is to see that driving around, and not in Portland. So, well, this song's been great for me, and I know you appreciate it. And you know who I'm talking to when I said you requested it. I go in the backyard in the middle of the night. I can't sleep 'cause things ain't right. And I walk around this old house. I'm looking for things you left about. And you would say, Mercury's in retrograde, Pluto's out of line. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. And Mars is on fire and Venus so fine. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. Oh, no one's caring and no one's there. I'm sitting in her red lawn chair, and the trains keep whistling down the track. You know, I wonder if they're bringing you back. And you would say, Mercury's in retrograde, Pluto's out of line. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. And Mars is on fire and Venus so fine. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. Now those two crows in my backyard, you know they're fighting over something he left behind. And I don't know what I'm gonna do, 'cause you're the only one they ever listen to. And you would say, Mercury's in retrograde, Pluto's out of line. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. Mars is on fire and Venus so fine. I got 2 big crows in my backyard. Oh, oh. In the middle of the city, I don't know why. You know, it's so quiet you could hear me cry. And the clouds are moving all so slow. And it's so quiet you would never know. It's so quiet you would never know. Those 2 crows. That's on the first album, Blacktop Beauty. Sunday afternoon, I'm playing music. I wonder if the parking lot's filled. So I have, a lot of this is memories, a lot of things that I've come across, check that out. My brother-in-law sent me a poem, and he said, see what you can do with this. My brother-in-law, Chris Joyce, he was a Marine in Vietnam. And so I sat down and kind of put this together. It's called Yellow, Red, and Green. Thanks, Chris, for the poem. And part of what I got my information from, I have the pleasure of working with Soldier Songs and Voices, teaching guitar and songwriting to veterans, and I've heard a lot of stories. So between the poem and the stories, I present Yellow, Red, and Green. I see three colors most every day, adorning baseball caps and the bumpers of the car. I know what was said back in the day. And are they just trying to wash it all away? Today, those colors are freely flying. And I sit, I still wonder, what are we honoring and glorifying? Is it for those that never felt that thunder? Yellow, red, and green. Yellow, red, and green. Forest, jungles, and uniforms. My brothers and I are in a firestorm. I did not falter, I did not fall. I heard the angels, I heard the angels call. Yellow, red, and green. Yellow, red, and green. Daybreak waits for my first breath. I'm laughing at the tales of my own death. And it is written into the book of life. And it brings me home for one more night. It brings me home for one more night. My chest rises, I'm so proud to see all the faces I remember, still standing next to me, still standing next to me. Yellow, red, and green. yellow, red, and green. Thanks. Most of these songs, this is the first public sharing. So, many of you know this about me. I've been writing my whole life, but I really learned how to rhyme when I was a barker at a carnival. And this is a song, it's called Play to Win. It's on the second CD, Promised Land. And I still have more songs to come out of that experience. But I graduated with American Studies degree from college and planned to write. So I felt like when the person offered for me to go on the road and bark at a carnival, over-romanticized, but still a lot of fun. Gypsies and jokers, thumpers and tokers, all standing around, we're waiting on the clock. And we are putting up tents, putting away trucks, waiting to light up this sky. And the locals, oh, they gather at the gates. They're like lambs to the slaughter. You know they don't want to be late. So come on in and we'll start the show. 'Cause Benny's in the big top. You know he's raring to go. We got lions and tigers and dancing bears. So come on in, throw away those cares. 3 chances for a quarter, 1 for a dime. Come on, pretty baby, put that money down the line. You gotta play, yeah, yeah, you gotta play. You gotta play to win. Now I never stop talking, barking Benny's shows. I'm barking at the pretty ones, then I just bark at the moon. And my hands are always quicker than your eyes, that's right. You know my hands are always quicker than your eyes. 3 chances for a quarter, 1 for a dime. Come on, pretty baby, put your money down the line. 'Cause you gotta play, you gotta play, you gotta play. You got to play to win. Oh, you gotta play. Now night is falling on the midway, and the shows, you know, they're all shut down. Bring up the trucks and we'll load all we own, and I'll drive south trying to beat the dawn. Oh, I'll drive south trying to beat the dawn. 3 chances for a quarter, 1 for a dime. Come on, pretty baby, put your money down the line. 'cause you gotta play, you gotta play, you got to play to win, gotta play to win. Thanks. Well, what are we doing? Oh, I'll do this one. I wrote this song a while ago. It's called You, Me, and Us. And I was strumming it and playing it on the electric and just wasn't sounding the way I liked. So, and I had a great time. RPT recorded it for me, did a great job in a video. But I kept looking at that song and saying, I got to do it differently. And on that show, I mentioned, that was a year ago, I had the pleasure of sharing that song with Heather Mache. Last night, a coyote came calling in the garden at twilight. Last night, oh last night, coyote came calling in the refuge of our lives. And it was you, it was me, and it was us. It was you, it was me, and it was us. Last night, the salmon were swimming in the river of my dreams. Last night, oh last night, the salmon were swimming, just trying to find their way home. Just trying to find their way home. Last night, the salmon were swimming. Oh tonight, the fires are raging. Leaving everything the prophecy would say. Tonight, oh tonight, the fires are raging. Leaving bone and dust and rust. Leaving bone and dust and rust. And it was the coyote, the salmon, the crow. Just the coyote, just the salmon, just the crow. It's my apocalyptic tale. And as thanks to my friend, pulled it out of the archives and we brought it back. We're doing fine. Here's a song, one of the new ones. I had the pleasure of co-writing it. I'll just do this while I'm talking. Co-written with Randy Lewis Brown. and he was in town. He'll be in town more. He happens to have a grandchild here. A lot of my Austin and Texas friends have grandchildren here. So, the roots of this song started a long time ago. And it was, I just ask questions in this song. It's not me preaching. I think there's things that we need questions to. It's called The Crime of Silence. I am a good man on whom you can depend. I am a good friend, I will not condemn. I keep my promises, I will not bend. I am a good man on whom you can depend. I was a witness, I watched that scene unfold. Safe at my distance, I felt the wind turn cold. I saw him strike, I saw her fall. I was a witness, I watched that scene unfold. Is there a crime of silence? Is it wrong to hold your tongue? Is it another kind of violence to stand by and watch injustice done? Silence in the siren's wail, crumbling copper and steel, and a quiet takes its place as they pull the sheet across liberty's face. My country I don't recognize, I did not ever realize. My country I don't recognize. Is there a crime of silence? Is it wrong to hold your tongue? Is it another kind of violence to stand by and watch injustice done? To stand by and watch injustice done. To stand by and watch injustice done. Thanks for listening to that one. So, looks like I might have time for one or maybe two more. I have another new one for you. And I got to give a shout out to Dallas Allen, who's in charge of SWRFA and for the long time Kerrville. At SWRFA, which is a regional conference in Austin that a lot of songwriters go to. One of the things when you register, you're encouraged to take a little piece of paper that has a prompt on it. So I took that prompt And I remembered a couple people that I met long ago at the carnival. It's called Window Shopping for Jesus. It's not a religious statement. It's not a political statement. It's just the story of a man I knew a long time ago. Eddie's got holes in the soles of his snakeskin boots. He walks those back streets. He's looking for truth. And you'll know him when you see him in that rusty rhinestone suit. Out there among all that forbidden fruit. And he's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. Charming, ain't they, as he looks at the crowd? They walk those streets, you know they're not looking to be found. And saints and sinners, they're all so devout. And one man's passion is another man's house. And he's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. Another grievous angel cries out for peace. 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days and 40 nights could drag any good man to his knees. You just don't know. You just don't know. Now Eddie's all alone in his room tonight. A bottle of bourbon and one video light. The doorknob turns and she slides in. Calico lace with a devil's grin. Calico grace, that's lace with the devil's grin. He's window shopping for Jesus. Paradise is one day out of reach. Oh, he's window shopping for Jesus. And another grievous angel finds peace. It's called Window Shopping for Jesus. Well, thanks. Everyone's been great. Thank you, Joel, for setting this up and getting it running. Charlie Stewart, the man with the answers. He knows the questions sometimes before you do. So thank you, Charlie. And I hope to see Austin live soon. But feel free to like me on Spotify and on Pandora. And thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Have a great night.